Morning, everybody. Today we're going to do a in-depth breakdown and a build tutorial for the Obs Crius tank. Now this Crius tank turns out has a 3-piece chimney, improper to what I said in my original review, and the drip tip actually fits almost all of my aftermarket drip tips. So let's break this down. Screw our base. It's got our build deck, and I went ahead and bored the holes out for a little bit larger builds. Yeah, a lot more room. I just used I don't remember what size. It was a pretty small bit though. We got our tank section, which we can unscrew like so. Our glass. Our juice flow / chimney base. And here's where I say 3-piece. This top piece is just press fit. So every now and then you got to remember to push down on the top and make sure it's snug. Just snaps in like so. Alright, I'm going to put this back together and I'm going to do a build on it and show you guys the proper way to wick it. Alright, so here's where it gets a little different than your normal RTA. If I can get this camera to focus. If you look close, those little circles, there's a little cup. And we've got to cut the wick at an upward angle towards the coil to get it to fit right. Alright, I got it cut. As you see, I cut them from the bottom up at an upward angle. Now what I'm going to do is put just a little bit of juice on there and try to get it a little more manageable so I can stuff it down in those holes. Alright, I got one side in. As you can see, you got to stuff it in there just enough to where it peeks out those little holes. You don't want to overstuff because that'll get you getting dry hits, and dry hits on this is, well, like any tank, it's not real fun. Try and do this through the viewfinder, and it's not so easy. Right there's, yeah, it's not quite how I like it. I think I'm going to have to cut a little bit of that cotton off. Let me just... Alright, I got that part fixed. Now, this can be a little tricky. It's fighting me because I put a coil I probably shouldn't have in here. In case you're wondering, it's I guess a micro fused Clapton 30 gauge nichrome 80 with 40 gauge nichrome 80 wraps. And it comes out about a 0.23. So I think it'll be decent. Alright. Got our wick poking out all of our holes. Cotton good. Let's see how she produces. Yeah, there we go. Okay, the final ohm's a 0.34. I like that a little better. I'm going to rejuice the wick up, and then I'm going to install the tank, and we're going to see how we did. Alright folks, I got the tank all filled up. Got it wicked just like we did in the video. Same wicking. Got her up to 42 watts. We're filled up with Awesome Sauce by Reflections Vapor. Great juice. Let's see how we did. Delicious. But now, if you look, I don't know if you can see the little bubbles. It means we did our wicking right. If you do your wicking right on this tank, it'll bubble through 2 to all 4 holes. It really depends how hard you hit it. If If you did it really well, it'll bubble all four holes every time you take a puff. What I recommend is you close the airflow, take a couple primer puffs, you know, and then let it sit for a second. And after that, we're good to go. Important note, when installing the coils, you want to pull them up about 1 to 2 millimeters off of the air hole. Big air hole, you want to give it room to breathe a little. Other than that, she's a real easy tank to build on. I highly recommend it. Just remember, it is a press fit top. So every now and then, kind of, after you fill it, push it down. Make sure it's seated. You won't have any problems. Highly recommend it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'm still working on a format for these build tutorials. I'm going to start doing more RTAs. I'm going to start showing how to build each one of those because they're all a little different. I'm going to start doing some coil builds, some fancy coils like the one in here, like this micro fused Clapton, which I really like the performance on this and these RTAs. I'm going to start doing some RDA builds, some of my big fancier ones people have seen on my Instagram. I think I'll eventually show you guys the ferrule wire 1 and 2. It's my own personal design. It's nothing super fancy, but I use it in a lot of builds. One of them I actually use in a mechanical comp build. So, guys, let me know what you want to see, all that good stuff. We're going to work on it. It's Paul Zilla, and I'm out.